All right, so another quick lesson. So we got box and whisker plots again. I told you the first one was going to be kind of long. This one should be a little bit quicker. Just one or two things I want to go over about a box and whisker plot. So obviously this is what a box and whisker plot looks like. Not all of them are identical to this one. Like I've told you before, sometimes your box can be longer, sometimes your whiskers are longer. It all just depends on your data, okay? So we've talked about how this is your lower extreme, so the smallest number. This is your Q1, your median, Q3, and then your upper extreme. So for example, the question could be something as simple as, what is your third quartile? Obviously, it's 36, okay? So something as simple as that. But another question that comes up sometimes has to do with percentages. You're probably like, how in the world does a box and whisker plot have anything to do with percentages? But if you think about it, remember, these are called quartiles, okay? So quartiles are fourths, okay? So something's divided by 4, then it's going to be 25%. So every section is 25%, okay? So like lower extreme to Q1 is 25%. Q1 to the median is 25%. Median to Q3 is 25%. And then Q3 to upper extreme is 25%. All right? It doesn't matter that this one right here is short and then this right here is long. There's still 25% of the data, okay? So every section is worth 25%. So if this is 25%, oh, sorry, I already messed that up. I was not thinking. Let me go back real quick. So this would technically be 0 right here, all right? But then you've got 25% right here, okay? So from here to here is 25%. Here to here is also 25%. Well, if this is 25 and you add another 25, then this is 50%, which makes sense since the median is your middle number. Remember, the middle, 50%. So 50% is half of 100. Your median is in the middle of your data, so that makes sense. All right? So then if this is 50, then this next one's got to be 75. And then the last one would obviously be 100%, okay, because it's the biggest number, so nothing's going past it, okay? So every section is going to be worth 25%, okay? You're going to have some type of percent question at some point, and you're going to need to remember these percentages, okay? So like it might say something like, what percent of the data is inside the box, okay? Well, if this is 25%, this is 75%, how much is that? Well, 25 to 75, that's 50%. So 50% of your data is right here, okay? So it'll make more sense once you see some questions about it, but you just need to remember that each section is 25%. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, even if it's teeny tiny, it's still going to be 25% of your data, okay? Every section is 25%. One more thing, you can obviously find the median when you're doing a box and whisker plot, but you cannot find the mean, okay? Because obviously the only numbers they give me are these 5 down here at the bottom, okay? That's the only numbers that I know. Remember, when you're finding the mean, they list out all the numbers, you add them up and divide, okay? So you can't find mean when it comes to box and whisker plots, all right? And I'm saying that because sometimes they'll say something about, the question will say, you know, which of the following statements is true? And one of the statements will be about finding the mean. And you cannot find the mean with a box and whisker plot, so that answer would never be the right answer, okay? So remember these percentages. We're going to do a couple questions where you have these questions. I had some printed off, but they didn't print very well because sometimes these box and whisker plots don't print off very good. So hopefully I can figure out a way to print those and we can go over those together. But anyway, just remember these percentages and that will help you with those questions.